Hello, and welcome to another episode on Worldview Connections with Isaac Matthews, the philosophy of religion. This is part 6. If you want to go more into this chart from the Pew Research results, you can go on to my other videos. I discuss this more Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. But today I want to focus on Christians, the Christians. 71% of the global religious landscape of the world identify as Christians. They affiliate with various denominations. 60% in the UK, 76% in Europe, 75% of the US. So there's a lot of people here. This is the major religion of the world. Sacred text is the Bible. There's various denominations which may add different books to it, but the core canon, they look to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Various views on that, but according to Genesis 50:24, who or what is the God of Christianity? Well, as my last video went into, we talked about the God who is all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good, all-loving, the omni-God. This is continuing on with the Christians, most denominations anyway. God is the creator of all things in the universe, a being without beginning or end. But you look at the text and how we may or may not know some of these things, you rely on the Bible within Christianity. The Bible is the sacred text written by ancient holy men, prophets who claim to receive truths directly from God. But there are many versions, and it's been a process of translation from the scroll on the right, representing the ancient process, writing it down, passing it on through oracle, through words, and then into the writing text that we have today. So which one has the right translation even? You see some of these different translations. You can pause the video and read what each one is, but you have different word for word texts. King James Version is, official for most religions with Christianity, but many of them read the New International Version. You go to the right, it's more paraphrased, not really to the word for word form equivalents, but it's more of a retelling. So there's different translations of the Bible in English. And which form of Christianity is interpreting the Bible correctly? Even if they have the same Bible, who's of evangelical Christians versus other mainline Protestants or Catholics or, Lutherans, whatever variations of Christians you may have in here. LDS Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses, they have their own whole other Bible there. But which one has the right one? Which one's interpreting it the right way? We see religious debates. I've watched hundreds of debates over the last 5 or so years, interviews about God, religion, between religious leaders, scholars, apologists, those who are defending various forms of Christianity, atheists, scientists who are, by the way, on both sides, authors, researchers, etc., online YouTube videos. I want to focus on these two men on the bottom here, Francis S. Collins and Richard Dawkins. I'm going to get more into this on another video, but here are two men who are brilliant in the science of biology, a process of evolution. One believes in God, is a Christian, Francis S. Collins, and one is a very staunch atheist, Richard Dawkins. You think about that, that should give you pause. It's not that easy of a thing to really think about some of these things. But within Christianity, there's all these debates between Trinitarians, Unitarians, Catholics, Protestants, evangelical, biblical, quote-unquote, Christians versus LDS Mormons and various other views in Christianity. There's Universalists and all these other things there. If eternal salvation is so crucial, why didn't God make it more explicitly clear how to get to heaven? Maybe we're making it harder than it really is. But this is the last slide for today. How do we know? You can look over these things. How do we know that God exists? How do we know which version of God is true? Focusing on the majority of the people in the world are Christians. Do they have the right Bible? Are they interpreting it right? Are we looking at the right ideas of Jesus Christ doctrines? Are we using our feelings? Are we using our thoughts? Are these axioms? Are these paradoxes? Is it just circular reasoning? And so, what do you think? Thank you for listening. Please click like, subscribe. Please share it with a friend. Talk with a loved one and friend about this. And thank you for joining me today on Worldview Connections.